In addition to the already announced hands, we're getting also Maria and TCM. It's a huge announcement. Let's just watch the trailer that got released earlier this morning, along with some of the things that are coming for the patch on June 11th. So let's just jump right into the video. First up, let's just watch this trailer because it's definitely a good one.
I have to find him.
Virginia. Not the binoculars.
What the hell?
License plate.
Got my son's car back here. I want to know why. You better have a damn good reason, or I'm calling
Lady.
the cops. Jesse. Hold on, I'm coming. Who the hell are you?
Maria Flores. I have to find help.
Yo. What can you see him like that? Oh. I love how they kept this as a secret for so long, because it was just supposed to be hands, right? That you keep releasing hands June 11th. But now we know that also Maria is coming along as well. And it kind of goes according with some of the leaks that leaked the audio files and stuff like that, that there were audio files from Maria in the game. So let's just go back a little bit. What specifically, let's just break it down, because so obviously Maria, seems like they're using family house, right? Like it seems like maybe Maria has been at the family house somewhere since the beginning, since last year, according to the lore, right? She whispers to Grandpa. It's interesting to me. Then what is this? What is this? Why can you see the aura of hands? Is this something purposely that they're doing, like some sort of ability for Maria? Like a survival thing, maybe when she's like the last person standing, you can see where all the family members are, like their auras, maybe that's like a final kind of girl like ability. Is that it? What is it? I guess we're gonna have to wait until June 11th to find out, because they haven't released much else unless that they release something else today. This is all we have for Maria right now. That is brutal. So that's what we have in terms of like the Maria like reveal, along with some extra hands things going on. Sorry for interrupting the video. As I was literally just finishing the edit and about to export the video, I see that TCM released something new about Maria, and to learn more about the definite final girl here. So we're gonna go over that right now. This is obviously kind of outside of what I was planning to do, obviously, but hey, the more information, the better. So let's just jump right into this. I haven't read it, so this is just the first time that I'm reading it. Maria, the definite final girl. Okay, so she's voiced by the talented Stephanie Panicello. It's the heart and soul for our cast of victims. Her disappearance sent shockwaves, as we know already. Basically, they made like an Instagram. Yeah, they made like an Instagram for her fateful disappearance, along with that Flowers game, I think, as well too. Let's just go down so we can find his like her ability and stuff like that. Maria's star sign ability is called Sweet Talk. She causes Grandpa's sonar ability to highlight family members instead of victims to gain an advantage on them. This major gameplay shakeup reverses Grandpa's sonar ability to allow for more strategic play. So earlier I did mention in the previous recording that is included into this video that I thought that it may be some sort of ability where you can see the family members. I guess you reversed Grandpa's sonar ability. That seems extremely well used. So what are some things that they're talking about this? Maria's Sweet Talk can be modified through her ability tree, such as having Grandpa highlight family members in close proximity to him, reduce Grandpa's level by 1, and reduce cooldown times. A perk we wanted to highlight is Pep Talk, which grants Maria the ability to heal by a certain percentage after Sweet Talking Grandpa. Due to consistently placing herself in danger, her ability rewards the bravest and the toughest of the players in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So they're not really much else, obviously. This is just what we have. It seems ridiculous Sweet talk. You can literally reverse grant persona ability to the victim so you can see where the family members are. I wonder how big the cooldown is. I'm hoping that it's not something that you can spam repeatedly and it kind of takes away from the fact that you know, that's supposed to be for family, and I just don't want it to be a thing where it creates a problem. I guess they're just trying to balance it off with how, I guess, powerful hands is and trying to change the whole meta of it. I think this could be a good change if applied correctly and balanced properly, obviously, and hopefully Black Tower can balance some of that off in 1 or 2 weeks instead of waiting months, how Sumo was doing with like Danny or even Nancy. So I'm excited to see what this is all about on June 11th as well too. So I guess let's just go back to the regular video that I recorded right now. Let's just go and find really quickly to learn more about Hands. So you see, this is Hands. He's a big ass dude with a hammer, right? But let's just kind of find what exactly is it that we got to work with, right? So meet Hands. He is being played by Rubber Mooks. He brings his 7 feet tall, nearly 250 pound to life. So he's a big dude, right? He's big, tall. He's armed with a hammer and electronic traps. These electronic traps are going to be something else, and I'm going to take a guess that it might get slightly nerfed probably in a couple weeks after the release. Okay, so I'm going to skip right through this stuff. I'm not going to read all of this. If you want to read it, I'll link it down below. I'll just go through the important things, right? Aside from wielding a hammer, players will find Hands to be a great asset to any family member. To be a great asset to any family team composition, Hands specializes in locking down areas, such as using his own made electro traps to booby trap barricades, crawl spaces, and other metal objects. Since Hands knows the ins and outs of machines, his ripstall ability can physically rip out valves and fuses, as well as being able to start a generator or battery quickly. If anything else fails, Hands can use his body to take on a defensive stance. Anyone silly enough to approach him runs the risk of being knocked down by a well-timed barge. So let's just obviously break it down, because there's a lot of words here that you might kind of miss some things, right? So he has traps that he can put on the crawl spaces, barricades. They're electrified booby traps, right? It means that you can place it on barricades. If you don't have a Bubba, you place it on barricades. It can prevent people from going through maybe like barricades that you can't go around, or you have to go all the way around. That's very helpful. Imagine that combined with Bubba though, and blocking some of the like crawl spaces and all those things. You know, that's amazing. The other thing that he can do with his ripstall ability, which actually leaked a couple, I think, weeks ago, I think it was, you can physically rip out valves and fuses from places. So that means that this is something that probably should have been able to do by every character, but they're putting it behind Hands. You can rip out like a fuse out of the fuse box, or rip out the valve out of the fucking valve. Like you can take that out now. I don't know what the limitations for it is. Obviously, I don't know if they're planning on making it where only you can use it a couple times a game, or if it's just like a long cooldown. I'm assuming it's just a long cooldown. I think that's probably what it is. I hope that's what it is. Then also he has a barge ability, so he's technically like Leland but bigger, and also on the family side. I think Hands is going to become one of the probably most used family members. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of how it seems to me. So now that we got over through all the Hand stuff and everything, the next thing that I wanted to go through is the changes to the nodes, right? We are getting massive changes to the random node. Then along with that, they're also working on the long-term fix of just kind of, I guess, restructuring or rebuilding the whole perk system, I think it is, or at least like changing some of the skill tree aspects of it. But this is the first step into that. It's just important, obviously. So let's just go over it really quickly. They're removing random nodes altogether and rearranging perks. Some people are complaining that it takes away customization. I don't think it does. People already use the same 4 perks for victim, and pretty much like very similar amount of perks for family. Like, people don't really go out so much out of the meta. There's not a lot of people experimenting with perks out there, for the most part. I like experimenting with perks. A lot of people like experimenting with perks, but like majority of people that I've encountered and I play like against, you're usually gonna see the same perks, to be honest. So I think this is just a fix, so you don't have to respect until you get the perks that you're looking for. So basically what they're saying, like an example is that they're removing the first random node on CC's skill tree and it will be replaced with a perk activated. Sunny is getting the perks No Cell, Fast Hands, and Extra Drip, along with other changes for like Leland. Like all the characters are getting their random nodes removed, and they're getting added maybe new perks. So this is like a big rework for the skill tree. Obviously, this is a sizable rework for the skill trees and the random nodes. At least it's a start for that. They're also mentioned as well too that in the near future there's going to be changes to how grandpa perks function and unlock in the game. And they said that this is just the beginning, obviously, that they're going to be reworking perks, replacing perks as necessary, and even like basically just eliminating them out of certain skill trees if need be. This is something, oh, and along with also introducing new unique perks for certain characters where applicable and necessary. TCM obviously is very obvious, hasn't been in a very good place for the last couple months. And the change to Black Tower, I was a little bit worried, obviously, because anytime you change from one developer to the other, there's going to be a lot of problems. It's going to be a little bit of a transition period. But it seems the Black Tower has been doing a pretty solid job in the last couple patches. Obviously, the patches have been much better than they were with Sumo. I don't know if Sumo is still involved in some shape or way or form in the development process still. I'm assuming maybe they still are in some capacity. It's just I think Black Tower is just slowly taking over their responsibilities for all the things that Sumo was responsible for. I am optimistic and hopeful for the future of the game at the moment. Obviously, let's just wait until June 11th along with the release of this update, along with Hans and Maria, two characters. Obviously, both of them are going to be priced at $9.99. I looked it up on X. There are people, they did reply to that. So like they're just playable characters. It's going to be $10 each. So expect to spend $20 more on June 11th if you're planning on getting both characters. Other than that, if you want to keep updated to new TCN content, Killer Clowns content, Dead by Daylight content, you can subscribe to the channel. I always try to get these things out as quickly as possible. And yeah, if you did enjoy the video and the content that you see here, consider subscribing. It's free and it does help the channel a lot. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Hans and Maria's coming to the game. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.